What is up, YouTube? Johnny B here again today, and we are back at it again with the FRS. Unfortunately, it's not quite tuned yet. I might be tuning it tomorrow. I just had to wait on some stuff to come in. We actually got a new wastegate spring, so we can run a little bit more boost because we were getting limited at around 18 pounds of boost. So we need to be able to run around 24 pounds of boost. So we got that in, got everything in, and now it's ready to get tuned, but that'll be hopefully tomorrow. But for this video, I'm gonna be doing something cheap and simple that you guys could do to your car to improve your brakes a little bit, or so they say, right? This is a Porsche GT3 air brake duct, I guess you can say, or just a brake duct. So what this does is it goes mounted on your lower control arm, and it like sweeps air from underneath the car and just sends it straight into your rotors. So the way this helps is the more air going to your rotors, obviously you're gonna, they're gonna cool down a little bit more efficiently, and you're not gonna get them, heat soaked, and then your brakes are gonna fade and have all kinds of issues. So if this comes from factory on a Porsche, they must have some type of engineering design behind them. I'm not here to debate whether they're gonna work or not. It was an $18 product, and we're just gonna go ahead and put them on, and then hopefully it improves our braking a bit more. But this is just gonna be a test. So if this works, I'm still gonna add some actual brake ducts, I guess you can say. They're the ones that are like rounded, and I'm gonna have to redesign all that because I don't want to use my fog lights. I like the use of my fog lights, and that's normally where the brake duct kits for the FRS go. So let's get started and install this. All right, guys, so since we're not gonna be installing these on a Porsche, we're gonna go ahead and remove all these extra little tabs and these little clamps and stuff like that, because we're gonna be mounting them a different way. And I don't want these to be in the way, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them off. All right, so if you were to test fit this on there, you would realize that all those little tabs that I just cut off would be kind of in the way. They'd be interfering, and obviously it'd be stretching the plastic. So I just went ahead and chopped those off because that's not how we're gonna be mounting them. We're gonna be mounting them a different way. But this way, it sits flush and that's out of the way. Next thing we have to do is there's these little tabs here that are preventing me from sitting this piece flush on the lower control arm of the FRS. So I'm just gonna grind those down to where they're flat and out of the way. All right, so now that these are grinded off, we can go ahead and test fit this on the lower control arm. All right, guys, so here is the air duct. As you can see, it's gonna be directing air to this section, and this piece of metal is gonna be in the way, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that off. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right guys, so here is the finished product, and it looks amazing. It looks like it was supposed to be there from factory. It's pretty cool how the GT3 ducts just fits, you know, the arc shape of the actual, you know, FRS lower control arms. So what I ended up doing is I just ended up getting like a hole punch, and I punched through the plastic to where it marked the metal here, and then I punched it over here on this other side. And then after that, I just went ahead and grabbed a drill bit, grabbed a smaller size drill bit just to be able to drill straight through the metal. And then after that, I used a step drill bit to make sure, you know, it was a lot easier for me to just make the hole to the size that I needed for the riv nuts that we were going to be installing. So these riv nuts, you literally just go ahead and put them on this riv nut gun. You can slide them into the hole, and then you just go ahead and use some clamping force, and you literally just made a thread where there wasn't a thread before. So now what you can literally do is just go ahead and bolt straight to it. You don't even need a nut on the back side that, you know, has a possibility of falling off or something like that. Now I used some of this hardware that I had extra that I had bought, you know, for like an engine dress-up kit, and it fit perfectly. It's a little bit smoother, a little bit more flush than a regular bolt would be, and it's really tight on there. It's being held on there, you know, properly. It's not going to be zip tied like I saw on the forums. A lot of people were zip tying these, and you know, it's a good way. There's an option you can do if you don't want to go ahead and drill into this and have to put some rib nuts on there. But this is another option, which in my opinion is a bit cleaner. If you notice, the brake duct comes with an opening. It's obviously not going to fit perfectly because it's not the correct control arm. So what I ended up doing is I used some aluminum brake ducting, which is like it's also like a tape, and it's made out of aluminum, and it's specifically designed for air systems, for air conditioning systems, you know, on houses and stuff like that. And it's also designed, you know, so when you decide to make ducting for your radiator setup, so you can seal everything up properly. So I ended up putting some of that on here. As you can see, it seals that up pretty well. That way, when the air hits, it's not going to be trying to go straight through the duct. It's going to actually curve and force all that air into the brake rotor. So there they are. They're completely installed. As you can see, it was quite an easy process. It wasn't anything that was too out of this world. The GT3 brake ducts actually fit almost perfectly on there, which is pretty crazy that you can compare, you know, something like that, and they have like similar control arms to the FRS. Obviously, I did it a little bit more complicated the way I wanted to mount it, but I wanted it to be a nicer, you know, cleaner look that I wasn't going to be sketched out of it falling later on. You know, obviously zip ties are another good method. And you know, if you guys just want to do something quick, you want to just chop those pieces off and just zip tie it on there, you know, be my guest. It's all up to you guys. You guys can do whatever you want with your car. But in my case, I wanted it to look a little bit more presentable. I wanted the airflow to be a little bit better. So that's what I ended up doing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this video helped you guys in case you guys were thinking about putting these type of brake ducts on your FRS to improve your braking, you know, whether that be for autocross or for track or even for normal daily driving. What do I know? You just don't want to have that brake fade, so adding a little bit of extra airflow to your rotors will help with brake fade. In my case, I probably also need to upgrade my pads to some actual race pads instead of having like street pads next time I go to the track. So as always, you guys have a great day.